Hello there, thank you for visiting Off-Cam Celebs once more. For today's video, we will be going to talk about Thor Love and Thunder behind the scenes. Let's get started. Did you know that the film was cut from at least 2 hours of previously unseen footage? Chris Hemsworth called it an assembly of insanity. According to Taika and Chris, the story was compromised since they felt that a strong structural story was more important than long, drawn-out scenes and jokes. However, Natalie Portman found it difficult to watch many of the end of the scene. Like Natalie, we also pray that some of this footage ends up being released as extra features. Taika's Tattoo. Taika and Chris have amazing chemistry together as brothers. In fact, Taika loved it so much that he got a particularly distinctive tattoo to remember his time on the set. Gore's graphic scene. Let's now discuss a sequence that may have been a little too graphic for this family-friendly MCU movie. Christian Bale discusses how the character of Gore is extremely fanatical and that while he initially has some noticeable tattoos indicating his religious character, he eventually resorts to self-mutilation in order to get rid of them. Despite his claims that the shot contained a lot of excellent material, everyone thought the scene was a little too severe. The kids. Speaking of family-friendly, a fun fact to keep in mind when viewing the movie is that the majority of the actors play children. Taika's children are a difficult group to impress because they are such fierce critics. Bare assets. Naturally, we must discuss Chris Hemsworth's tripping here. Everyone at the Fox Studios, according to Taika Waititi, was eager to see this already iconic scene. On that particular day, 350 visitors visited the set. The majority of them had never dared to enter the set before, becoming Gore. Christian Bale has experienced a remarkable variety of changes during the course of his career. We were therefore quite interested to learn how he portrayed Gore, the god of butcher. Christian is not hesitant to acknowledge the group that is responsible for that morning look. He uses the makeup chair for 4 hours in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. If you are familiar with Gore's persona from the comics, you are aware that the way he appears in the movie differs greatly from how he does in the comics. That choice was influenced in part by Christian. Natalie's death. Although Natalie Portman is only 5'3", her character Jane in the movie is 6'3". The crew constructed decks for her to walk on in order to practically raise her to that height. Improv. Naturally, Chris Hemsworth and Taika Waititi enjoyed deviating from the plan. We would certainly enjoy watching some of this improv, but Taika apparently doesn't give himself enough credit. Ice baths. The cast would frequently take ice baths to re-energize their muscles and energy due of the extensive rigorous training they underwent to prepare for this film. Tessa Thompson made the decision to make it a competition after learning how challenging it was for all the guys on set. Tessa continues to hold the title of Ice Bath Champion today. Christian Bale versus Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman had to fight. Natalie Portman had to fight through a lot of trepidation to appear in sequences with Christian Bale because of how powerful his presence as Gore was. Unbeknownst to her, Christians shared her sentiments. The inspiration. Taika truly wanted Thor Love and Thunder's romantic component to stand out in such a way that it would be classified as a romantic comedy. An Offer and A Gentleman were one of the movies that influenced him, especially the climactic climax. Thor Love and Thunder is a heartwarming action comedy with a great cast and staff. The fourth entry in this $2 billion franchise is unmistakably being given Taika Waititi's unique modern touch. Taika's direction. Since Taika Waititi and Chris Hemsworth have collaborated on so many projects together, it's impossible to ignore their chemistry as a team. Therefore, it stands to reason that Taika would have some groundbreaking observations to make about Chris's performance. Taika kept giggling in the background when they mixed the sound, so the performers had to re-record a considerable number of lines. The goats. Without some goat talk, this wouldn't be a Love and Thunder video. You might be surprised surprised to learn that although these goats were made using visual effects, the performers had the opportunity to interact with real goat sculptures while the filming was taking place. Chris Hemsworth had a hunch about who would end up providing the voices for these hysterical wild goats. The cameos. What character appears in this film? Before the movie is released, everyone wants to know the answer to this important question. Taika kept all the cameos a secret until far before the film's release, but he did provide with one small but important piece of information. In fact, many of the cameos are friends of the cast and crew, if we're being completely honest. Script changes. Taika Waititi was rumored to modify the script every day. When the performers arrived, he would give them a brand new draft to work with. They ultimately came to the decision that they wouldn't even bother learning their lines beforehand. Which Thor and Love behind the scenes episode caught your interest the most? Please let me know by leaving a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for stopping by to watch. See you in our next video.